Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, and doers, today, I stand before you to talk about a force more powerful than talent, louder than dreams, and stronger than mere desire, the discipline of the mind. Many people believe success is born out of luck. Some think it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time. But let me tell you, the greatest empires, the brightest careers, the most astounding victories, they weren't built on chance. They were built on the back of disciplined minds, the foundation of everything great. Discipline is not just about waking up early or keeping a tidy workspace. Discipline is about commanding your mind, directing your focus, controlling your reactions, and forging a resilient spirit. When your mind is disciplined, you are no longer a prisoner of your impulses. You become the architect of your future. Think of the legends. Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years of imprisonment without hatred consuming him. Think of Helen Keller, who, though deaf and blind, transformed the world's view of disabilities. Think of Michael Jordan, who turned his failures into the fuel for his fire. They weren't superhuman. They simply disciplined their minds beyond the limits most people accept. The battle within. Every day, there's a battle raging inside you. It's the battle between your highest aspirations and your immediate desires. It's the battle between your purpose and your comfort zone. The undisciplined mind is like a leaf in the wind, tossed, turned, and torn by every little breeze of distraction. The disciplined mind, however, is a mountain, unshaken, steadfast, and towering over the storms. If you want greatness, you must win the battle within. You must be willing to say no to the things that do not serve your purpose. You must choose to control your thoughts before they control you. Because make no mistake, your mind is either your servant or your master. And if you do not discipline it, it will discipline you, but not in the way you want. How to discipline your mind? Now you may ask, how do I do it? The answer is both simple and profound. Through intention, practice, and perseverance. 1. Set clear intentions. Discipline starts with clarity. If you don't know what you want, your mind will wander aimlessly. Set goals. Write them down. Know why they matter. Feel the fire inside you when you think about achieving them. When you have clear intentions, you give your mind a purpose to focus on. Without a clear destination, no discipline will ever stick. 2. Practice relentlessly. Discipline is not a one-time decision. It is a daily commitment, a moment-to-moment choice. Train your mind like a muscle. Practice focus. Practice patience. Practice resilience. When you feel like giving up, stay a little longer. When you feel distracted, pull your mind back to the task at hand. When doubt creeps in, counter it with belief and action. Every act of mental discipline strengthens your character. 3. Master your environment. You cannot expect to stay disciplined in a chaotic environment. Shape your surroundings to support your mission. Limit distractions. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Create spaces that foster focus, peace, and determination. The mind is heavily influenced by what it sees, hears, and experiences. Feed it wisely. 4. Embrace discomfort. Here's a secret. The mind loves comfort, but growth lives outside comfort. If you seek an easy life, your mind will become weak. If you seek challenges, your mind will become a fortress. Lean into discomfort. Wake up earlier than you want to. Work longer than you feel like. Say no when it's easier to say yes. Every time you choose discomfort for a greater purpose, you chisel away weakness and forge strength. 5. Focus on the process, not just the results. An undisciplined mind obsesses over outcomes. A disciplined mind loves the process. Fall in love with the work itself. Fall in love with getting a little better every single day. When you embrace the journey, discipline becomes less of a burden and more of a blessing. The cost of an undisciplined mind. Let's be brutally honest. An undisciplined mind costs you your dreams. It costs you your health, your relationships, your self-respect. It steals opportunities right from your hands. It convinces you that maybe tomorrow is good enough. It chains you to mediocrity. Don't let that happen. Refuse to be a slave to laziness. Refuse to be ruled by fear. Refuse to be a passenger in your own life. Take the wheel. Take command. Discipline your mind. Stories that inspire. Thomas Edison once said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Imagine failing thousands of times and still believing you were close to success. That's not talent. That's not luck. That's mind discipline. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, practiced hours upon hours every single day, fine-tuning her skills to perfection. She didn't win because it was easy. She won because her mind was more disciplined than her competitors. Even in the world of art, look at Leonardo da Vinci. He sketched tirelessly, obsessed with anatomy, mechanics, and beauty. Genius blooms in disciplined fields. Discipline creates freedom. It sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? But it's true. Discipline is freedom. When you discipline your mind, you are free from regret. You are free from the chains of excuses. You are free to build, to create, to inspire. Freedom without discipline is chaos. Freedom with discipline is greatness. You gain the power to choose your path instead of letting life choose for you. Your mind can be your greatest ally. You were not born undisciplined. You were born with a mind full of potential, ready to be shaped, trained, and unleashed. No matter where you are today, no matter how many mistakes you've made, you can choose, starting now, to discipline your mind. Decide today to think thoughts that empower you, to act even when you don't feel like it, to persist when others quit. Your future self is watching you. Will you let them down, or will you make them proud? A vision of what's possible. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up every morning with a fire in your belly, a plan in your mind, and an unshakable belief in your heart. Imagine looking back a year from now, seeing the mountains you moved, the dreams you conquered, and the respect you earned, starting from today. That is the power of a disciplined mind. Every champion you admire once stood where you stand now. They made a decision. They paid the price. And now they live the reward. You can too. Disciplining your mind means declaring war on the easy path, battling the seductive pull of instant gratification, and choosing instead to invest your energy, time, and passion into pursuits that build your legacy, even when the rewards seem distant and the sacrifices feel overwhelming. Every time you silence the negative voice in your head that says, you can't, every time you push through fatigue, doubt, and distraction, you are not just winning a momentary battle. You are sculpting a future version of yourself who is capable of extraordinary feats. True mental discipline means standing firm when your emotions try to sway you, steering your actions by your values and goals rather than by fear, laziness, or the opinions of others, no matter how loud or tempting they may seem. The mind, left undisciplined, will always take the path of least resistance, but a mind trained with discipline becomes a weapon of unstoppable focus, capable of achieving dreams so bold that they once seemed impossible. When you discipline your mind, you gain not only the power to control your actions, but also the priceless ability to command your inner world, turning anxiety into preparation, fear into courage, and doubt into unstoppable confidence. I leave you today with a challenge. Discipline your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Every thought, every choice, every second, treat them with respect. Practice discipline until it becomes your second nature. And when that happens, no storm will break you, no setback will stop you, and no dream will be out of reach. Remember, your mind can either be a cage or a key. Choose to make it a key. Unlock your potential. Discipline your mind. And then, watch the world bow to your determination. Thank you.